used there, pivot, because that's exactly what you and your company had to do, Jules.
Absolutely, yeah. We spent the first year of our life trying to build a website for 25 different categories of things. We wanted to be a website for dog walkers, personal trainers, piano teachers, and some cleaners. But it was only really when we pivoted, chose to focus on just one of those, cleaners, that we actually saw some success.
So it's all about simplicity and something that's easy to execute.
Absolutely. I think, understand what resources you have available and make it so simple that you can be good at that one thing or what you have at your disposal.
Don't be afraid to fail and fail better the next time.
Absolutely. Everyone's going to make mistakes. We've made our fair share, but it's learning from them, as you say. That's the most important thing.
John, I'd like to ask you, because it's something that came up earlier in our programme, about the reputational damage that we have incurred over the last few years, about our tax regime, lots of talk internationally about inversion deals and the double Irish. What's your own take about our perception abroad right now?
Well, I think Ireland enjoys a wonderful reputation abroad. When I was at Apple, we were the first high-tech companies to actually locate in Ireland. The quality, the competence of the Irish Development Board that worked with us was just outstanding. I would say Ireland and
Singapore... So you negotiated that special deal with the Irish government, was it, in the early 90s?
Yes, that's right. Well, it was actually before that. This is back in the 80s.
Right.
But the quality of support that Ireland gives, that Singapore gives, there are very, very few countries in the world.
Well, it's also earned us quite a bit of flack internationally and got us into trouble, to the point where Michael Noonan now has had to close off lots of loopholes, measures that he's announced in the most recent budget.
Well, I think it's really unfortunate, let's take the United States, my own country, that this issue of inversion is really because we in the United States, our politicians, aren't able to come to terms with a better tax reform policy. So they're penalizing American companies that have investments overseas, and they're taking it out on Ireland and other places. And
so
I think it's unfair.
Work that needs to be done. I want to ask you really very quickly, in 10 seconds or less, the next big area of innovation that you see. Jules.
I think actually our own area, the sharing economy, is the place that we're seeing huge innovation. So the likes of Uber and Airbnb, and it's going to continue to expand.
You're a big investor, John. Where are you putting your money right now?
I'm focused on the consumerization of healthcare. That healthcare is outrageously expensive. There are ways that we can dramatically reduce those costs and improve the customer experience, the patient experience.
Very good. John Scully and Jules Coleman, thank you so much for joining us on 6 Months this evening. That's it from the RDS. It's back to you in studio, Brian.